Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is the highly anticipated 5th edition already of the Save the Crew vlog. For those of you who have been sleeping under a rock for the entire duration of the internet age, vlog is a combination of video and blog. It's vlog! Today's topic is one simple question. Who are you? Backstory. For those of you who don't know what the chant "Who are you" means, it's a way for soccer fans to inform either a certain player or an entire team that they, as fans, are somewhat unfamiliar with that player or that team's entire body of work. It's most commonly chanted in unison towards a famous or highly paid player as a way of saying, "Oh, you think you're a big deal? Well, we have never heard of you." Since it's a soccer thing that originated in England, American soccer fans here have taken to bastardizing it and using it in an all too frequently cringe-worthy manner. For instance, when I was in Toronto last week, there was a really cool guy with a bandana over his face that kept running up to me before the game and screaming, "Who are ya? Who are ya? What are you doing here? Go back to Columbus. Who are ya?" Well, hi, my name is Morgan, and I'm here in your city to watch the upcoming soccer match. Afterwards, I'll be leaving and going back to Columbus because that's where I live, and that's where all my stuff is. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me. The good news is I'm not using "who are ya" in the traditional sense, I guess. I'm using it as a direct question. Who are you? And I direct that question specifically to every single player who was on the roster in 2017 for the Columbus Crew. Now, you guys don't need me to tell you what time it is. You know what's happening. You know what's going on. I know. You didn't ask to be put into this situation. I know that. You're a professional and you're being told to act like a professional. The powers that be are telling you to keep your mouth shut and internalize absolutely everything while externally respecting the ambition of somebody who is trying to destroy something that you love. Something into which you put your heart and your soul, and something for which you put your body on the line 7 days a week, 10 months a year. I know that this doesn't sit well with you. I know that you're angry, and I know that you want to speak out. I'm close enough to the situation where I've heard from many of you through various channels, and I know that you want to stand up with us and stop this from happening. I know that you want to save the crew, and I have some great news for you. This is your moment. You see, someday, after your playing career is over, somebody's going to bring your name up, and another person is going to ask, "Hey, who was that guy?" And now, right now, this moment is where you will dictate what the answer to that question will be. Notice that I didn't say that this is the moment where you could dictate what that answer will be. I said this is the moment where you will dictate what that answer will be. Listen, I know you didn't ask to be put into this moment, but you are in this moment nonetheless. So take a deep breath and embrace it, because these moments where you get to define who you are as a human being are rare. They are few and far between, and when they arise, you need to grab them. You need to grab this moment and hold on tight, because a moment like this may never come again. There's a person 50 years from now asking another person who you are, and you need to give him an answer. So who are you? Now, I know this moment is making you apprehensive. This is your career we're talking about. This is the game you love we're talking about, and possibly putting it all on the line to stand up and say something is scary. But guys, I'm telling you that fear, that apprehension, that feeling of anxiety in your stomach, it's a good thing. That's how you know that this moment, that this movement, that you taking a stand for what is right is important. Now look, I'm guessing none of you became professional athletes because you wanted to be average. I'm guessing that none of you became pro soccer players because you wanted your peers to look at you and think, "Boy, that guy sure is ordinary." So I want you to listen to what I'm about to say, and I want you to make sure that you really, really hear what I'm saying when I say it. The only difference between ordinary and extraordinary is what you do in the moment after you realize that you're scared. Extraordinary people, in spite of their fear, in spite of the apprehension, they stand up and they make sure that their voices are heard because it's the right thing to do. Ordinary people keep their mouth shut. They let the fear tell them what to do. They let the fear and the apprehension define who they are as human beings. Extraordinary people seize that moment when it is presented to them, and they stand up and they say loudly and they say clearly. They proclaim for all to hear, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, and this is how you will remember me. To put it another way, at the end of the day, we all want only one simple thing, and that is to resonate. It's why we get up in the morning. It's why we come home at night. It's why we build skyscrapers and write music and compose poetry. And it's why we grab on to these moments when they present themselves to, in some small way, slow the minutes and the hours and the days and the years as they pass us by. Hell, it's why we procreate and name our children after ourselves. We're attempting to resonate because we don't want to be forgotten. We want people to remember us, and we want the world to feel that we've been here. Ultimately, though, no one can slow down the sand that goes through the hourglass, and as morbid as it may sound, someday your obituary will be written. You have an opportunity right now to co-author what it tells people about you. So ask yourself, what's it going to say? Is it going to say, this is a guy who always respected the ambition of others and always did exactly as he was told? Or will it say, here was a guy that took a stand. He was a guy that you didn't want to do the wrong thing in front of, and because of that, he was a guy that will resonate for eons. So to recap, this is your moment. This is your opportunity. This is the chance of a lifetime to stand up for what is right, to be the voice of the voiceless, to be strong for those who are weak, and to lend your support to a community in need who only wants to keep lending their support back to you. So the players on the Columbus Crew, this team that we love so very, very much, I am here right now to tell you that there is a person 50 years from now, and they're asking about you. They want to know who you were, what you were all about. So seize this moment. Grab this microphone and jump up on this stage and answer their simple question. Who are you? Thank you for watching, and save the crew.
The future of Columbus and the future of the Columbus Crew SC are tied together. We need each other to succeed.